Hey everyone, I want to make you guys aware of different size disconnectors. Okay, so this is the disconnector. I got two of them over here. The issue that I found is I got one AR over here that when I shoot it just shoots normal, but I have noticed that when I'm at different gun ranges and people are shooting it and I'm training people on it, on occasion I will get a full auto burst out of that one. Now, I've always kind of assumed that they were either feathering the trigger or they didn't have enough pressure and they were accidentally bump firing it. But when I try to do it, right, again, not intentionally trying to bump fire it, but shooting it as a new person would, with either, very light trigger pressure, feathering it, or not pulling it into my chest, I couldn't get it through a string of auto bursts, right? Be it bump fire or whatever. And it's something I've seen a number of times. So I took a closer look at the trigger group, and when I looked at the disconnector, right, this is the which one is it? This one over here, the shorter. This is the one that came out of the gun, and I compared it to the disconnector from different trigger groups I had, and I noticed that when I match up the holes perfectly, right? So I got the two pieces here. I'm going to put one on top of the other, right? Match up this hole perfectly. What you will notice, how the one in the back sticks out a little bit more. Right, you see how it sticks out? So the holes are matched up perfectly, right? All you see is one hole. So the one that occasionally gives me the string of auto fire, which again I assume was bump fire, whatever, the disconnector comes up a little bit short. And it's not like a consistent thing where it does it all the time. It's just like one of those things that I have noticed happen over the course of the year, specific to that gun. And I've never been able to figure out why. And today I decided to invest a little bit more time into trying to figure it out. And I noticed this difference in the disconnector. Actually, let me show it to you from the bottom, because this is actually very. So when you line up the holes, where are you? So on the side you can see the one in the back is longer when the holes are matched up, but you can also see. Over here, you can see how it comes up short. So apparently that matters. That makes a difference. And it's like, okay, which one is spec, which one is not? All I can say is the one that's longer doesn't have this problem. The one that is shorter, I mean, again, it works most of the time when I shoot. It works fine when I shoot it, but occasionally I have seen other people shoot it and they've had this problem. Now this was I believe this was the shorter one, the one that's having the issue. I think that was a trigger group that I got from Palmetto State Armory, and it was specifically designed for their 9mm ARs. Okay, so because some of the AR trigger groups don't work so great in 9mm ARs. So this one was specifically designed for the 9mm AR. However, there's this rare thing that occasionally happens, and it is far and few in between, where I see other people do like these auto bursts with it, and this is the thing I've been able to notice as far as the difference, because I decided to really spend some time with this. So just be aware that there are disconnectors out there that are different. Not everything is exactly the same, and if you're getting auto bursts, that's something. And you can see this isn't modified or anything. This is exactly how it came from the factory, and these are both new, so there's no wear on it or anything. So again, I just wanted to make you guys aware. I'm going to post a video in such a way. I'm going to say beware of differences in disconnectors in ARs. Just one of those things to be aware of. If you have an issue where the gun is not operating as you expect it to operate. So hope the video is useful. Talk to you all soon. Hey everyone, I did a little bit more research since I did the first part of this video yesterday, and it seems like of the two AR disconnectors that I showed you, the larger one, the one that extended a little bit further on one side, that's the mil spec one. Okay, the other one, it doesn't seem to be mil spec. Now, what I think is going on with that, I think that was factory redesigned or modified, slight modification, so that it will work better with a 9mm AR. Okay, because of the direct blowback on 9mm ARs, the action's actually a lot faster than an AR-15, right? Because an AR-15, you've got that rotating bolt that slows down things a little bit. The 9mm action is actually faster. Okay, if you have two full autos, a full auto AR-15 that shoots 5.56 and a full auto 9mm AR, the 9mm is going to be cycling faster because you don't have all that rotation stuff going on. So anyway, so basically that's what I think it comes down to. The larger one was the mil spec one. The one that was a little bit shorter, that was I think the factory modified one, and I think that it's modified to work better with a 9mm AR. However, on the 9mm AR that I showed you guys yesterday, I was having an issue when I put the mil spec disconnector in that AR. I think it was working better. I didn't have any issues. I would have to shoot a few hundred rounds through it to be sure. And even with the other disconnector, the 9mm modified one, the problem I was having was not that often. So I literally have to shoot hundreds of rounds to be able to judge the two. So anyway, when I put the mil spec disconnector in it, it seemed to be working fine when I tested it. I will continue to test it, and we'll see. Now, it might be, most likely with the 9mm modified trigger groups, it's most likely more than just the disconnector that they modified. It might be some part of the trigger or some part of the hammer. Hard to tell because all the other parts, I can't just line them up side by side like I did with the disconnector where it obviously stands out. So again, I'm just throwing this information out there so you guys are just aware of it, and I'll continue to test. And you know, if I come up with any new information that I think is interesting, I'll do a video. Talk to y'all soon.